Hello guys, welcome back to Car Obsession and welcome to episode 15 of Living with a Mazda MX-5. Now, as you can probably tell by the title, this video is focusing on the exhaust system. So about 9 months ago, me and fellow YouTuber Exhausted fitted a Cobalt exhaust to my MX-5, which is just to my left-hand side. I do apologise, she is rather dirty. I've parked her underneath a tree for the last few days and the birds have treated her as their local convenience, i.e. toilet. So yes, there is a lot of bird crap on the car. I did want to get it clean for this video, but when I went to the jet wash last night, it was closed. Anyway, I digress. So yes, let's talk about the exhaust in more detail. If I take you to the back, like so, and show you the tip, I think it looks really nice. I have cleaned it up for this video, of course. It's a good size, it's not too small, it's not too large. From memory, it is larger than the stock exhaust, but don't think you need to cut away at the bumper to make it fit, because you don't. So no cutting is required. And to fit the part, it is relatively pain-free. If you want to see how it is fitted, then be sure to click the video link in the right-hand corner of the screen. So my system is a catback exhaust. So I've got the back box and I've got the mid-pipe, so it doesn't go all the way through to the manifold. In regards to how much it costs, I must confess, I cannot remember how much I paid for it, because originally I bought an exhaust system for my Mark II, but then my Mark II had to be scrapped, so I had to exchange the Mark II system for the Mark I. But I think I paid, I want to say £184 for it. At present, you can buy it from Moss Europe, and I think on their website it's going for 200. So it is a little bit more than what I paid for it last year, but I do believe I got it on offer. So I think it's good value for money. I think it sounds fantastic. Speaking of which, I'm sure you don't want to hear my voice anymore. You want to hear the exhaust. Now, I will start the car up. Although it's worth stressing, it won't be a cold start. This car has been driven and it should still be a bit warm. I did film a cold start, but because the alternator belt is squealing a little bit, you probably won't be able to hear much of the exhaust over the amount of squealing. So that is on my very long to-do list of things to do for this car. Right, so let me pop you guys down. Hopefully you'll be able to get a good noise of the exhaust. I don't want my camera to be too far or too near. I want the sound to come out just right. So if I just plonk you guys there, like so. Damn it, she squealed a bit. So let me give you a few revs, not too many. So I'm sure you'll agree, she does sound rather fruity. And what I like about the exhaust is that it's not too loud. It does make people look up and stare, but I wouldn't call it antisocial. Although what I will say is when you drive through built up areas, it does reverberate really nicely. And I must admit, the little child in me really enjoys that. Let's just get a little bit closer so you can hear it idle. That does sound pretty good. Right, so let's attach a few GoPros to the car and go for a spin. Yes, I do wear driving gloves, get over it. If you want to know why, then there's a video you can watch in the top right hand corner of your screen. Anyway, let's go for a drive, because it is a wonderful evening for it. Man, that sounds so good. Oh, that sounds pretty good. And what I like about the exhaust is it creates even more drama, more atmosphere, more theatre. I just love rev matching this car. Oh yes. In my opinion, this is one of the best and easiest modifications to make to your Mazda MX-5. Now, of course, people will have personal preferences. Some people will probably hate this exhaust, and people like me will love it. So, of course, it is down to personal preference. But this isn't a popular exhaust system for no reason. This really is music to my ears. Sometimes you feel as if you don't need to have a stereo. You don't need music when you've got that noise behind you. Love rev matching this car so much. It really adds character to the MX-5. Not that the MX-5 needs any more character. It's got bags of it, but it just gives it another little element. Now, I think if you go for this exhaust, it is £200 odd, whatever it is, well spent. Because it sounds divine. I really wish there were more tunnels around here, because, well, to be truthful, there aren't many, sadly. Oh, do excuse me, my eyes are starting to water. They're not quite tears of joy, although driving this car, when you've got the roof down, the sun is out, you've got that glorious noise behind you, I genuinely cannot think of much better things in life. And some people may think I'm sad, but I just love this car so much. And of course, this exhaust system. Right, let's bang a left. Where's this transit go? It's going left. Oh, now I do apologise if my noises get rather annoying, and no, this isn't just some fake bullcrap YouTube acting. This exhaust, although I've had it the best part of a year, it still makes me chuckle like a school kid. It still makes me whoop as if I'm some sort of idiot, but I don't care, because to be frank, I'm having too much fun to care. Right, national speed limit, let's drop it down. Oh, lovely rev match. Oh. So at this point you may be asking if there are any disadvantages with this exhaust system. Well, to be truthful, there aren't really many, but it does drone, particularly on the motorway of course, and it can drone as you approach 3,000 revs if you're, well, how much space do you want? If you're keeping at a constant speed, then yes, it does drone. Is it enough to put you off? I don't think it should, because there's a good chance that a lot of aftermarket exhaust systems will drone on the motorway, and in all honesty I think that's a small price to pay. Plus, let's face it, the MX-5 isn't really designed to do a lot of motorway work. It's designed for these kind of roads on these kind of days. So yeah, the fact that it drones on the motorway does seem to be a little bit of a moot point. So there's that drone I spoke about earlier. So I'm doing about 2,800 revs, and it is becoming quite drony. In all honesty though, you do learn to kind of drown it out, and at town speeds, when you're cruising, it's not overly loud, it's not in your face, it's not obnoxious, but of course when you put your foot down, then it does become rather raspy and it does become louder, which I like, but it's never too much in my opinion. Would I recommend this exhaust system? Yeah, you bet your arse I would. So to sum up, would I recommend this exhaust system to anyone that owns an MX-5? Yes, I would. I think it's fantastic. Is it the loudest? No, it isn't. But as I said earlier, I think it is perfect. I think it's a truly wonderful blend of raspiness, throatiness, and volume. It's not too loud, but it's not too quiet either. So yeah, if I were to walk into a custom shop to get a custom exhaust made, I would probably walk out with an exhaust system nigh on identical to what I have now. So for me, the Cobalt exhaust is pretty much perfect. So I have no issues whatsoever recommending it. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Susan, you probably can't hear that on my clip of microphone, but thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If so, give it a massive thumbs up. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click that bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. And if you aren't subscribed, guys, what are you waiting for? Be sure to subscribe for more car obsession.